What's going on, guys? It's Gothalion, and I got some good news for you guys, because there was a blog post put out by 2K Games today that says that Borderlands 1 for the PC will not be losing its online support, though on the 31st of May, the GameSpy service will be going down, and there will be a temporary interrupt of services. They didn't say exactly how long the temporary interrupt of services would be, but they did say that online play for Borderlands 1 on the PC would be down for a limited amount of time as they translate the game over to Steamworks, which is the same system and a better system that goes with Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 on the PC does use Steamworks for its online play. So if you're familiar with getting into games on Borderlands 2, then you'll be familiar with getting into games on Borderlands 1. Which means that Borderlands 1 will probably see some sort of update to make this implementation go fully functional. Again, there's no specific date on how long the services online will be down for, but this is very, very good news for Borderlands players on PC, and I figured that they would do something to fix it, as there is a new Borderlands game coming out in the fall. Of course, Borderlands a pre-sequel, and I don't think it would be very good business to just have the game go offline 100% on the PC, because that would just be bad, and a lot of people still play this. I know that I still play this, and really enjoy Borderlands 1. I think Borderlands 1 is an absolute gem of a game, and it's the game that made me fall in love with the franchise. I know a lot of people are new from Borderlands 2, and I know my last video probably put a few of you on the ropes on whether or not to eventually pick up Borderlands 1 if you just got into Borderlands 2, or if you just got into Borderlands after hearing about the pre-sequel coming out and you thought you would try out the previous two games. Well, now you're safe to go ahead and get the game. Again, this change does not affect Xbox Live at all, because it has always used Xbox Live for its multiplayer, but at least we know that after a temporary downtime, the PC version will not lose its online gameplay, and in fact, the gameplay online should be getting a nice little upgrade, because frankly, Steamworks does work better than GameSpy, though we do see some downtime with Steam, but it's really not that often, and Steam overall is very stable in comparison. The only point this brings up is what's going to happen to PlayStation. Do I not fully understand how PlayStation works? Does it still only use PSN, even though there is the little GameSpy menu within the PlayStation 3 version? I'm going to reach out to 2K to see exactly what is going on with the PlayStation 3 version. I don't want to say it's going offline. For the time being, let's just assume that even though it has the GameSpy overlay and workings, that it still runs internally off of the PlayStation Network. Let's just assume that that's the case. Again, I am going to reach out to 2K PR and see what the situation is on that, and hopefully have an answer back for you guys before the end of the week. But let's not have a riot yet. Let's just safely assume that the PlayStation version is going to be fine, because I feel like maybe it would have been mentioned in the report of the PC version and GameSpy going down. But again, GameSpy is going down May 31st. There's going to be a temporary interruptive service. We don't know how long the interruptive service is going to be. It's going to be temporary. That's all the blog post says. So you know everything I know. I know everything that 2K has divulged so far. So it's just going to be a brief downtime. We're hoping brief. I hope it's not like a month. But Mr. Randy Pitchford did get back to me on Twitter saying that top men were working on it. So this isn't something that has just been thrown together in the last few weeks. I'm sure that they have known that GameSpy is going down, and this is something that they were gonna work on for a while to ensure the longevity of Borderlands. They just wanted to make sure that the transition over to Steamworks was even possible at all, because I'm not a programmer, and I can't even pretend to be a programmer. I don't know how it works, so I guess they just wanted to make sure it worked, and they're putting it through the ringer, getting its testing on to make sure that everything is cool inside Borderlands 1 on PC before they were officially like, yeah, this is being worked on. It's gonna go down for a short while, but nobody panic. So, nobody panic. Even you PlayStation people, don't panic just yet. Please don't panic just yet. Don't panic. Xbox people, you were always fine, but PC guys, we are 100% gonna be able to keep playing Borderlands 1 on the PC, and that makes me really happy because, like I said, Borderlands 1 is a gem of a game, and Borderlands just isn't the same game if you can't play with friends, you know? Like, if Borderlands 1 lost its online component, then I feel like that really would have detracted about, I'd say, a solid 60% of the game value, because Borderlands, like games like Diablo and other looter games, are just more fun with friends. Just plain and simple, this game is a lot more fun to play with other people. Even though it is a very solid solo experience, it's just more fun with more people to play with. Like, and that's, I mean, like, that's pretty much any game with multiplayer is just straight up better if you're playing multiplayer. You know, it's silly not to have that train of thought. So I'm glad that 2K and Gearbox got this worked out. Transition to Steamworks is a go. Again, big thank you. You know, in fact, I want you guys to go and tweet at 2K Games. Thank you 2K Games for making this happen. I don't know how much Gearbox had to do with it since 2K is the publisher and usually handles any sort of distribution thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, you know, let's thank Gearbox anyways. Thanks Gearbox, thanks 2K Games. Y'all really came through on this one. I was certainly worried. I was really worried. And again, I will keep you guys fully informed on what's going on PlayStation 3, but for the time being, let's just assume that it just uses PlayStation Network. So as always, guys, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Keep it locked here for more Borderlands 1 videos because they will keep coming. I love Borderlands 1, and I will play it for as long as it runs. I just, you know, until there comes a future iteration of Windows that this shit just doesn't want to run on, I'm going to keep playing the game, and I'm going to keep making videos, you know, here and there on it. My cat won't shut up behind me, kitty. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys back at the Borderlands.